Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalisa and this is Homemade Sunshine. So in this week's video, I have another thrift haul for you all. If you're ever like, why is Annalisa like constantly thrifting? Every Friday, mostly it's every Friday, my mom and I meet up in a city to do our grocery shopping. We got to lunch and generally we thrift. Some weeks we yard sale, which if you watched my first yard sale of the season video, we went yard sailing that week instead of going thrifting. And this week was a thrifting week. The yard sales were kind of meh this week, so we went to two and they really weren't that great. So we got some killer deals at the thrift store, some different things than normal, but all very inexpensive and very awesome. So I'll show you two things that she brought me from one of her thrift stores where she lives first. So first, this was $2. If you're familiar with the brand April Cornell, it's, it wasn't $2. She paid up for this. This was $5. So this is a very specialty item, but I love the brand April Cornell. And this is the first thing I've ever owned from it. I've never owned anything. I've loved it from afar, like on Instagram and their website. A beautiful April Cornell, gorgeous apron. Look at that lovely detailing at the neckline. It has a lovely full skirt. She does a lot of, basically she's known for like high quality cotton products in beautiful country, maybe sometimes English cottagey type of prints. And these aprons are normally, some of them can be like $50 or $60. So if you're like, Annalisa, $5 for an apron is kind of a lot. Here's the label so you can see. And it is 100% cotton, but here's the little label that says April Cornell. I was just so excited. I'm very excited to now own something from her brand. She sells clothing, tablecloths, bedding. Basically, if there's something that can be made out of cotton floral fabric, she's made it, I feel like. And I'm excited to now own a piece of it, which I've only been able to see from afar. So, second was this beautiful dress from the brand Cabby. And it is really lovely, like just showing it to you, but it's even lovelier on. When she showed me over FaceTime, I was kind of like, nah, it might be cute, it might not be cute. Sometimes it's hard to tell until an item is on your body whether or not it's going to look cute. This is just a lovely black and white floral fabric. It is racerback and it has this nice, this is like a cottony feel back here. And I don't know if this is polyester. Let me see. I don't think it's polyester. What is this made of? It's polyester. I'm surprised. It's actually not that hot polyester, you know what I mean? That's like kind of cheapy and things. It feels so comfortable and the bottom hem is really pretty. You see how it kind of tulips at the front and then it's a little bit longer in the back? I just thought that was absolutely lovely and easy breezy summer dress, so she would have paid $2.50 for this. Now into our thrift finds that we got together. So we'll start with the clothing. I only got a few pieces, which I have plenty of clothes, so it's not like I needed any. But this first top is a universal thread, size small, blue and white floral popover. And this looks even better on. I love this color. As you see, I wear a lot of blue. So I just thought this was so lovely. The material is really nice. I don't think it's going to hopefully not wrinkle too bad. And just, I'll show you that pattern up close. It's just very cute. And I love navy blue and white, and the light blue together are just good for my skin tone. Very pretty. And then next I got a Talbot's vintage skirt. And I always try to say the sizes of the vintage items just so you know that like vintage can be so off the wall with its sizing. This is a size 6. I don't wear 6 in anything. I generally wear a size 2 or a size 4. And look how small that waist is. But this is the most lovely cotton pink floral skirt. And I am a skirt wearer. If you're ever like, Annalisa, all I ever see you in is denim because I wear a lot of denim. My summer uniform is generally, in spring, my warm weather uniform is generally skirt, tank top or a t-shirt, and a denim jacket or a denim jacket. That's it. Sometimes a cardigan, but I do denim more often. I feel like it's harder to find cardigans that I like versus wearing a denim jacket. So if you're, this is my uniform. This is what I wear in, day out, and I love it. And it's just they're not making skirts like this anymore with this really nice cotton material. So both of those were 50 cents each. And this sweater was $1. And it's time and true, so it's just Walmart. I'm trying to fix the turtleneck on this, which gives you a little hint as to what it is the softest sweater. It was, it's new with tags. Somebody purchased this for $9 on clearance at Wally World. And this is just a beautiful autumnal color. It's really soft. It's one of those materials, honestly, that I feel like looks like it would be scratchy, but it's not. It's not scratchy. I like this color with my skin tone, and it's just perfect for the fall. And it's so pretty. And I'm not a big fall girl. I'm a spring, summer person. These colors are not like my favorite ever, but I'm a seasonal color dresser. So I'll be looking forward to wearing this in the fall and early winter. And now on to hard goods. I got some really interesting different things. So the one thrift store we've been to has been kind of doing a change up. Their manager left, they hired a new manager, so things have been kind of in flux for the past month. So they finally posted that they had gotten some volunteers in to really put out and price a whole bunch of stuff in their home section and with their books. Because for a while, like, there hadn't been a new book on the shelf in like 2 months, and I was like, oh, well, maybe that's an exaggeration, but at least a month. And I was like, okay, are they not getting donations of books? Have the donations slowed down? No, they just haven't had the manpower to put it out because they were doing all these hiring changes. So there was a lot of really cool new stuff, and I bet next week there's going to be even more cool new stuff. I got a handmade pottery mug, which this is my first one ever, but I feel like that'd be a cool thing to collect. As you can see on the bottom where it's signed here, and the inside is my favorite. Look at that beautiful speckle detailing, and it is hard to make pottery. Now, this could be bigger, like on the side, but I don't mind. I just think it's lovely. You can put this out as decor in the fall because of the muted tones, or if you decorate in muted tones, you could put this out now. But I just thought it was so lovely, and that somebody handmade this, and then I got it for $1. Living in Eastern Tennessee, there's a lot of like artisans and crafters, and there are a lot of people that make pottery. And if you go to get like pottery like this, it's pretty expensive because it's a lot of labor and it's a lot of talent. So to be able to thrift it is very, very exciting. And then I got a bunch of magazines, which I don't know where the other one is. Oh, I forgot now. My mom and I split them. So I got 2 and she got 2. This store is normally 3 for a quarter, but we got 4 and we said we couldn't find 2 others. They didn't have a whole lot out today. I am tongue-tied today, y'all. So she just gave all 4 of them to us for a quarter. They're really flexible with their pricing there. So a woman had donated a bunch of these like brand new, and by brand new, if you can see up here, June, July 2023. I'm filming this in May, so this is the current edition of Country Living, and I also got the May edition of Better Homes and Gardens. So we got multiple, I feel like it might be the same person who's getting these, because there was like all very similar themed magazines, but all from the past like month. So we've been getting these recently. Whoever that woman is, thank you, because I'm enjoying getting to read these magazines, and I am happy to not have to pay a ton of money for them. So that was super exciting there. And then I got a ton of books. They're the store that's trying to get themselves back together is also doing books buy, I think, 2 get 1 free. And books anyways, I think, are either $1 or 50 cents, depending if it's hardcover. Children's books are always 50 cents, all of that stuff. So I did pick up a few children's books to add to our collection, such as Inch by Inch, A Loud Winter's Nap. I like the Scholastic books. Happy Valentine's Day Mouse, Big Red Barn, and there was an old lady who swallowed a fly, which this one is cool because it's it gets bigger as she eats more stuff. Like the holes get larger until she's completely full of things. So I thought that was just super cute. And I've not seen an old lady who swallows a fly book done in that manner. And I think I got one other kid's book. I'm not sure where he is at the moment, but I really liked all of those. Oh no, I switched one out. There was one I wasn't really a big fan of, but I picked up this one, which is normally $10, and so I would have gotten it for 50 cents. Big maze book. I love the way this looks. There only one maze was filled out, one or two, so the majority of them were fine, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stick this in there for later. It's just a big book, activity book of mazes, and only a couple were done. So this kid apparently did not like mazes. This was the sort of thing I loved as a kid, where like crosswords, word searches, and little kid books, and the pictures are pretty. But see, this one was filled out, and can't really go through the maze, but that's okay. So for $10, there's 50 mazes, and only 2 are filled out. I feel like that's a pretty good deal. So excited about that. I also picked up a few. We'll show you the smaller books first. I know nothing about, I cannot recommend these books if you are a subscriber of my channel, which if you're not subscribed, I'd love if you'd subscribe. I do book reviews. So all of my books, unless they're from the library or I get them for a birthday or something, which is not super often, I purchase secondhand. So I can't necessarily recommend any of these books, and this one didn't even have a description in it because it's so old, but I thought it'd be interesting. This one is Queenie Peavy by Robert Birch. This is a very old book, and I don't know, it just looked cute. I flipped open a couple pages. This is from the Clinchport School Library. I have no idea how old that means this is. It's a disc card, and you can see the old library card system in the back. But I read a couple pages. It looked like it might be cute. I mean, it's definitely, I think, a kid's book, but I think it'll just be interesting. We'll try it. We'll see. I picked up another Women of Faith book. If you watch my book reviews, I can probably recommend this because I've read 2 different Women of Faith devotionals, and this one is Infinite Grace, the devotional, and I love the Women of Faith. It's a group of women, and they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to give talks, and they had conferences, all sorts of things, and they all contribute to these books. Patsy Claremont, Mary Graham, Thelma Wells, whole lot of people. So, very excited to read this. They're my favorite, I think, devotionals. Other than Daily Grace Co., these are really good, because these are really short, too, if you're in a really busy season of life. And then next, there was a lot of these donated, so I'm not really sure why they had like 6 of them, unless this was done in like, unless maybe a women's Bible study used these and then they donated all of them. But this is The Year of Living Happy, Finding Contentment and Connection in a Crazy World by Allie Worthington. So we'll see. I don't know. There was a bunch of these though, for some reason, which is odd to me, but it's I think it goes through a year of a devotional. But nobody filled it out. Yeah, it's a whole year because it's, yeah, I think it's a whole entire year. So that'll be exciting. Maybe next year I'll start that. And then I got a bunch, probably, of one woman's decor books. I love a decor book. I feel like that's one of those things where you're like, you know, you're getting old when you like decor books. I feel like if you had asked me as a teenager if I like decor books, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Who reads those? These are all vintage decor books from, I think, the 90s and the 2000s for the most part. This is Country Living, The Peaceful Home. And these I mostly just flipped open. These kind of books are so expensive. I mean, so expensive. I was going to see if they had the price in here from back in the day, but it doesn't. And it just, oh, I mean, look at this picture. I mean, some stuff's going to be dated. Like, I wouldn't use this tablecloth cover because I'm a bright colors kind of girl. But look at that, the rattan, all the greenery. It's just gonna be a fun, relaxing, tea time style read. And I'm gonna enjoy looking at this. And then I'll pass it to my mom and we'll bounce it around between us. This is super cute. Country Living, Country Chic, Country Style for Modern Living. And the thing is like, honestly, a lot of this stuff is not that outdated. They showed like this. I mean, I could see this on Pinterest today. Honest to Pete. You could see that today and I would not be shocked. Let me see what year this one's from. 2001. So most of this stuff is still pretty in style, even though it is from the early 2000s. I'm trying to see if there's another cute picture I can show y'all. Oh. like this with all these little floral embroideries. I feel like this book walked so cottagecore could run, because this is really cottagecore. So if you're into cottagecore, this is similar. And I almost never find decor books thrifting, and I have lamented how I don't find decor books, I don't find craft books. So I'm very excited to be able to get both of those sort of things this time. So another little one, and also it hooked me because the back's pink. Guilty as charged. I also picked up A Tour of Unique American Dwellings, The New Cottage Home by Jim Toplin. And I mean, doesn't that house look so inviting? I think this is the house that had my favorite kitchen in it. I wish I could find it because I really loved this one picture of a kitchen. They actually have some of the pages earmarked from whoever I guess was trying to use this to inspire their home. But very cute country cottage. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Well, maybe when I read the book I'll show it to y'all. But I love a yellow kitchen. My mom had a yellow kitchen when I was a little girl, and I've always loved a yellow kitchen. I don't know why. I don't think it's trendy, but I just love a yellow kitchen on the walls. It's very cute. And a lot of these homes are very classic, a lot of wood. So it's going to be timeless. Even though this is also an older book. This book was originally $22.95, so expensive. And then the last of the decor, I don't know if you call this a decor book. This is Summer Notebook, Garden Hearth Traditions Home. So this is a seasonal scrapbook of gardening methods, recipes, and tabletop designs. So there are sections on decorating. There are, I think, recipes. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a whole section on peaches. And I just thought this looked so neat. And when you're buying books for, I mean, this would have been $1, I'm pretty sure. So this would have been like, what? I would have gotten 3 books for $2. So inexpensive, but very worth it to me. And then the last book, which I'm so sorry if books bore you because, well, there's a lot of books in this. I got the cutest cookbook. There were some hilarious cookbooks too. Like, I think there was one from whenever the microwaves first came out. It said microwaves, the new frontier of cooking. And that made me laugh because I don't think anybody would say that now, that microwaves are like the new frontier of cooking. It's going to replace your stove. But this is the Southern Living Community Cookbook, celebrating food and fellowship in the American South. So this is precious. I am just such a fan. Hailed as the ultimate Southern community for 50 years, Southern Living brings the best hometown cooks, recipes, and stories together to create a book with good things to eat and timeless tales to tell. And it shows all these other like locally done recipe books. You know how churches and that sort of thing will do that. And the art style is so cute. I love the curly hues. I love the pictures. This was a $30 cookbook. I mean, super expensive. Also though, look at that cake. Doesn't that just make you want to eat that up? And I have a cake stand in that same color. Makes me very inspired. So this, let's see when this was published, y'all, because this is super duper new. And I'm just so excited. If you can't tell, I'm very excited. I was gonna see if it had a publishing date, but it might not. At least not that I can see. I don't think it does. Oh, I can tell it's new, but I can't tell when it was published. I didn't see the little page that there normally is at the front, but that's okay. I don't think, oh, hold on, y'all. It's at the back. 2014, so very new. I honestly would have, you could have told me this was done in like 2020 or 2021 and I'd have been like, totally. I love that there's pictures. I like to have pictures. Because we eat with our eyes first is the phrasing that I've always heard is, you know, about if you plate things up nicely, more nice, then you're more likely to eat healthier foods. Talking about like making things cute for kids to eat, because if you just like slop a plate of broccoli in front of them, they're probably not going to eat it. But if you make it look fanciful and pretty, they might. Don't take my word on that. And then last but not least, the piece de resistance is a cake stand, which I'm going to hold up in front of you guys. We were getting ready to leave. I'm talking about where we're going to go to lunch with some of the girls that work there, and because we were looking for restaurant recommendations because our favorite place closed. So many things are closing recently post 2020. It's very sad. But we were asking about that, and so we were looking around, and one of the girls who was restocking walked by with this box, and I could see on the box what it was, and I was like, I want that so much. I want that so bad. I've been looking for a cake stand forever. One with the glass dome lid, because you could put donuts on it, cookies, bars, all sorts of things, and I've just never found one. Before, we lived in places where I didn't have space for it in the first place, but I'd never seen one that I really loved that was also inexpensive, because it's not something I'm going to use very often. But I'll just go ahead and show it to you and quit my jabbering. Oh my gosh, it's kind of heavy. Is a Michelangelo masterpiece cake stand. So that's what it looks like. Very cute. This is blown glass footed cake plate, lead-free glass right there. And it's Luigi Bormoli. Who he is, I don't know, but he made a cake stand. And this was only $3. And I looked it up online. Nobody's selling it. I mean, nobody's selling it at a major retailer. Replacements Limited didn't have it even. And but normally it sells for $55 new. So take that what you will. But this was only $3 in the box. I was just thrilled. I just like zeroed in on it. In this store, like I said, it is generally not very good for hard goods or books. They've got cute clothes, but generally the other stuff is not super amazing, but it pays to keep looking because they put out all these new books. They put out this cake saver. They had that handmade mug. I mean, just goes to show, sometimes you just have to keep looking, and sometimes the donations are slow. Sometimes they just don't have time to put stuff out. They said they've had a ton of volunteers recently, which has been super helpful for them because they're having to train new employees. So while they're trying to train them, they gotta have somebody to price stuff. So that is my haul for this week. If you enjoyed this haul, give this video a thumbs up because that lets me know that you are enjoying these types of videos. And if you are not subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. I do, like I said, a lot of thrifting, a lot of yard sales, and yeah, you can kind of see my vibe through just these items that I've picked up today. So leave me a comment down below if you are a decor book kind of lady, because I think it's fun. I mean, we have Pinterest, but I don't know about y'all, but I feel like sometimes Pinterest keeps showing me the same stuff over and over again, and I want to see fresh new ideas. So a book, as old-fashioned as it might sound, I think is the best way to look at home decor pictures. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.